Hoi hoi, hello and welcome everybody to the 8th Slurpathon. I am a Poyo. My name is Mileve, pronouns she, they. Today we're going to be starting things off with an ever classic, something that everybody loves seeing come through. We're going to be playing Celeste. Time starts when I hit the start button, and it finishes once we hit the summit. We're gonna name, since we're not doing a vote on names, we're gonna name it after my OC in Ninjala that is heavily based on Madeline from Celeste, Kess. Without further ado, we can start. So, I'm sure a lot of you know Celeste pretty well, experienced it a lot. Like, it's a standard for a lot of speedruns. I'm very excited to run this. I've put in a bit of practice. We've got some cool things set up, and hopefully it'll be a fun showing for you all to see. I'm just gonna start with some bunny hops here because it does speed up this process just a little bit. I skip right there, and we are going to be heading to our first area. So, as many of you know, Celeste is kind of like a puzzle platformer. You get presented with a bunch of screens. You've got your special fancy movement options, such as the dash, and you use it to traverse around the area. First part right there, nice little tech there. There's a lot of advanced movement that goes into this game to make, like, Madeline move and flow as she do. And it would be kind of difficult for me to explain everything, especially with how fast it goes. But I'll try to do my best as we're going about things. A lot of things I'm still practicing, so... I mean, everybody's always practicing, that's the trick. That's a big thing about life and everything in general, is everybody's still figuring things out, and you just do your best with what you got. And see how well you're doing. So this is a nice little part here. We do a lot of what's called wave dashing and hyper dashing, and it allows us to like keep and preserve our momentum while like refreshing our dash, so we can kind of just keep like endless cycles of like speed and zoom. Oh, this is just a little awkward, but we'll make it work. We won't be... most of the rooms are pretty easy to do the ways that aren't naturally intended. Because, like, this game's built very well for speedrunning. There's a lot of interesting tech and movement with the abilities that you get that allow you to do some really cool things. And just kind of, like, skip segments that you might not be able... like, as a new player, you might not ever think of doing. So, we just went through the first area. It was pretty fast, pretty easy. Now we're going to go through one of the areas I personally really like. This chapter is called Resurrections. And that's based on... we're going to be reviving a little bit of a past. We're going to be seeing a fun little character. I know a lot of people love this character. I personally adore them ever so much. And it should only take a moment to get to them. Technically, we did already get to them before, but cutscenes, you know, we're going to skip them. And there they are. The little baddie. The little purple reflection of Madeline. They're gonna chase us through things and just like follow us around for a little bit. So yeah, as you're seeing, I have like the movement in this game is very heavily based on like dashes and like what you can do with dash movement. You carry a lot of momentum, you can set up a lot of interesting things to kind of just flow around. Hello, Dot.
Hello. No, I'm just very, very intrigued by how, like, when people speedrun this game. I do have a question. How long have you been speedrunning Celeste?
Oh, God. think, when did I start? I have a video of like me playing through the main experience of Celeste, and then I know I started speedrunning a month or two after that. I didn't get into Celeste like when it came out. I was a little behind on things. I actually almost went with Hollow Knight instead of Celeste at that point, but I went with Celeste first. I've recently went through Hollow Knight, and I kind of want to speedrun that one too. It's also really good. But I think it's been like, I know I've speedrun Celeste every time I've been a part of Slurpathon to date. And each time we get a little bit cleaner, a little bit faster.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So it's been at least 3 years. With just like fine-tuning, figuring things out, understanding certain mechanics. Like, my run used to be a lot safer, where now I can pull off a couple more greedy and risky tactics, strategies, fun ideas. Then there's still stuff that I'm sloppy and figuring out, but you know, life.
Right. No, I find this game to be incredibly technical. Like I played Celeste, you know, definitely don't speedrun it, but when I played it, it's always an enjoyable time. But just very, very technical on movement and speed as well. No matter even if you're trying to speedrun the game, like.
Yeah, just like playing the game, you kind of just casually optimize it as you're playing because that's just how it works. So we're at chapter 3 now, quickly going through a lot of this game. There's a very fun tech that's going to be coming up soon. I'm sure a lot of people know which one I'm talking about. It was actually, a recent patch actually made this game even more accessible for speedrunning, where that movement, the demo dash, actually has its own like command now. And you can also adjust certain things to like make wall climbing a bit easier as well without utilizing things like assist mode. So it's just like, instead of having to hold onto the button, it can be like Madeline automatically clings onto walls. You can like toggle whether or not you want Madeline to cling onto walls. Like, they've made a lot of just improvements to the game's base features to make it really accessible. Like, still, it's a very difficult game, very like tight on a lot of things, but it's really accessible, and like it's a really good game for like first time getting into like speedrunning, especially since you can just like focus on single segments. You can like, yeah, you can cover just like a single screen. You can cover a chapter. You can do like, there's different ways to go about, like collecting all the strawberries. There's the any percent. There's going through all chapters. 100%ing the game if you want to deal with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different categories for this game.
Yeah.
A ton. I mean, I do watch a couple of my favorite streamers as well on the Twitch side of the community. You know, Frozen Flygon's definitely one, and then not only that, but Curarium, and I know Carrie and them, because there's also what, I don't want to scuff this up, but like custom made levels, correct?
Yes.
Which is wild as well.
Not much of a person who's looked into a lot of this stuff beyond. I can be a little bit of a purist when it comes to things, for better or for worse. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool things in Celeste that, like, if you really just want to play Celeste, because it's got really good movement too. Like, I personally like the movement in this game a lot more than Mario. Like, the physics are so solid. But like, if you're somebody who wants to get more into stuff like or if you just play Celeste and you want more Celeste, there's lots of ways to get more Celeste without it being too much of a hassle. Especially with the Avarice mod that was introduced like a long while ago. That's just made it like even more accessible to get into the modding scene. By the way, do you have anything to announce? Any cool things?
I do, and quite a bit of things actually. I do want to speak about some incentives that are coming up, but first and foremost, I'm sure some individuals probably noticed that the total raise right now throughout the event is sitting at $207.68. Shout outs to Trank from the admin team, who took the funding raised from their own Twitch channel and donated it directly to the charity as well, so that's why we're sitting at that amount. Please use the incentive command, because right after this, we will be getting into Doom 64, right? There's no incentive for that run, but right after that, Bioshock Infinite by Omax, we have, I think it is, pardon me, it's for Bioshock 1, the remaster. We have an incentive running for harvesting or saving the little sisters. So when you do donate, yeah, that's sick. So when you do donate, ensure to put your donation towards an incentive if you'd like. And that's honestly all I have.
Okay, well, we did actually just get over the part that I was going to talk about a little bit. It's demo dashing. There's not much. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm sure there's still people who it's very new to, and it sounds like it's a very neat thing, especially like the first time you're seeing it and so on and so forth, where you're able to like, just like dash through some of these dust bunnies and some other obstacles. I don't really have new areas that I've practiced. There's one more spot that hopefully I can get it on the first try, like later on in the run. But like, yeah, it allows Madeline to like duck to become just small enough of a being that she can just like weave through some things that look like they should not be like evadable, or like you shouldn't be able to like weave through it how she does. So this part's a little tense. We got giant ghost man. He is very angry. He is trying to eat Madeline. Maybe not eat specifically, but like he's angry. And so you just have a little bit of a tense chase there. You get through there. It's nice and clean. Very good.
Oh, and real quick, going to correct myself real quick. I was looking at the different page on the spreadsheet. So there is actually an incentive for Doom 64 2020. Sorry, Zello, I'm not trying to worry you in the morning, but there is an incentive for the glitch warp ending, which also we just received a $20 donation in from Sparkover saying, yo, let's kick off this event. Thank you for being here this morning, Mileve and Daface. We're starting off strong. Put this towards the Doom 64 glitch warp ending incentive. So thank you so much.
That sounds fun. There's a lot of fun events coming up. And it's, this is good. Lots of cool things going on. It'll be fun. And I'm sure people are going to have a lot of, I hope you all stick around after Celeste and like just check out all the other things going on, because there's going to be some wild stuff happening here, even beyond like, or like just with all of the games. I love speedrunning. It's such a great thing. Because like, it's, a lot of these games are really amazing, and it's so fun just to watch and see like people tear these games apart and like figure out the strengths and weaknesses to these worlds, how you can like fully manage or capitalize on some mechanics and abilities. Like Celeste is like a great one to showcase that potential, but there's a lot of other ones that do that like equally as well, or even better in some cases, where it's just like like Donkey Kong 64, just going through the walls and just like watching DK do all of this insane stuff. Like, speedrunning in so many games is incredible. Alright, so we're pretty much most of the way through this mountain. There's a good chunk more to go, but you're noticing that there's this nice wind effect. It's influencing a lot of our momentum and how we can kind of traverse around these areas. Makes a lot of parts notably... Oh, that was definitely not going to work. More difficult to traverse, or like easier because of how the wind is working. But you can also like utilize that wind in ways to make yourself go faster with the right setups and just kind of like strategy. You actually get, if I remember correctly, you actually get a boost in your dashes with the wind going against you, just to kind of compensate for it, and it allows you for you to go do some like to go at ridiculous speeds. Oh, I did make it. Okay, cool.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're just quickly getting through here. I think we're at the final leg of the thing now. The wind is super angry. It makes a big no. It does not want. Like it's trying to push her back, but we're gonna just like push ahead. Death is only temporary. Strawberries are forever.
Is it okay if I pop in and read a donation real quick? Awesome. All right, so we have a $50 donation from Muniz saying, first-time viewer, long-time donator, thank you for arranging this event. Put my money towards Slurpee's choice. And thank you so much for the gracious donation. And Slurpee Ninja, I'm very sure is in chat. We'll make sure to mention them in Discord also to figure out where that donation is going to go towards. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Big hype. I'm sure Slurpee will have a lot of fun things to shoot all over with that choice. I love the fact that like this started out in Slurpee's basement. Just like
right, it's wild.
Just this started off as like a small fun thing that he was just doing by himself, and it just grew from there to be this very like sizable thing that has like, how many people are in this one? There's like a good few dozen people. Just like
there's a good amount.
Background or like active runners.
Yes, across the board. I mean, we have a good amount of volunteers. I mean, even on, you know, just not the tech check side, but even the social side. So accessing and posting up things on different social media avenues and all that. So very excited for all the volunteers that hopped in this year. It's amazing.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just heading into the Mirror Temple. This is where the run can kind of start to get a little more interesting for a lot of people. Because normally what you might expect is like, you just get from point A to point B as quick as possible. And you would think that that's the fastest way to go, but in Celeste there's a couple of roundabout things that you can do to make things a little faster than normal. One of those is to actually, we're going to be looking for the B side of this place. And once we've found that, we're actually going to run through that because it is significantly faster than going through the entirety of the A side. So we cover like a light segment of the B side. And then, or the A side, then we hit up most of the B side. And it's very good and lots of fast. So here we go, we found a secret area. And there's a nice cassette just waiting for us, so we're gonna go grab it. Gotta get that music.
Music is the best.
And that means that we gotta move over to some smooth jazz music.
Oh, that smooth jazz.
I think this is one of, like, at least from what I recall hearing, this is like one of the favorite songs from a lot of people in the Celeste community, and I don't blame. Bro, I can't, it's hard to disagree. I have my own personal favorites more so than this, but like, this is just such a clean one. It's very enjoyable. It's very fun. It has it's just good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just smooth jazz. So if I can land this, this would be cool. Oh, look, first try.
Hey, let's go.
So we're just gonna do a little, oh, I did that wrong. But that's a nice little skip that we can do to get ourselves, like, save a good chunk of time. Well, that I'm gonna lose because we're just gonna stumble on this for a few moments. There we go. That allows you to just kind of, like, confuse the system into thinking you're spawning from there. And it's good. So a lot of people actually struggle with this part. Or at least I've always struggled with that, but I've learned that you can actually like dash on top of the button, and that makes it really easy just to kind of like bounce off the button. Like the buttons are like strangely bouncy in this game. Like you just bounce off of them if you're doing things right. But yeah, you see in a lot of, going back to that one like respawn thing that I did, there's a lot of like spawn checkpoints, and the way we did that, the game didn't really have a spawn point for us, so it picked the nearest spot, and the nearest spot is like our progression, and being able to do that as quickly as I did means that you just gotta skip a light extra segment above. Alright, this might be a little awkward as it charges us. We'll just do that. Cool.
Cool, good stuff. Is it alright if I pop in with another donation?
Yes! Do it.
Excellent. So we have a donation from Shawnee7188, who will also be showcasing a game during Slurpathon. Donation of $25 saying, "So happy to see this event start. Donation goes toward the wonderful Mileve's choice."
Oh no, I have to make a choice.
Oh.
I'll have to look through our options and pick something in a moment, or once I'm done with this run, because there's a lot of things to like mull over. There's too many good things.
Gosh, the soundtrack in this game is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. So this is also a good part here, because we've got our friend Theo. He's stuck in the crystal right now, so we're just helping him out. We're just gonna kind of like escort him. It's a nice escort mission here, where we're just like we're utilizing him as a tool while we just bounce about and like make our way from point A to point B. I'm gonna try to see if I can do something that looks very cool. No, I did it all very. Oh, I almost got it that time. We'll just do this like a people. And this will just be a nice way to get out of here. I don't understand, but I've like since last time I've done this place, like I started doing some practicing like a little bit ago. And my ability to clear this level has like improved exponentially, because it usually takes like another 90 seconds at least to get through, and I'm just consistently getting under 4 minutes, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, I can get through that part really quick and easy. This part's going to be a little more difficult, but a lot of it is because this one, it's actually faster to go through the B-side, though the A-side is still a strong contender for just, like, going through this, especially for more inexperienced players. But I've gone ahead and, like, spent a lot of time learning the B-side route, so much so that I've kind of forgotten the A-side, so we're gonna be going through the B-side. Sometimes I can do it pretty well, a lot of times it's a little more difficult, but we'll do our best, we'll figure it out. I can usually get by pretty cleanly. And just like, yeah, it's by far the hardest part of this run. There's a lot of dangerous things that happen there. A lot of very, like, precise movements are required. Or just, like, good patience and knowing, like, when and how to go about things.
Yeah, just really astounded by all the movement required in this game and what people, you know, the different routes and techniques that people have found over the course of time.
Yeah. Like, yeah, this game is very open-ended too. Like, while people have optimized it and found, like, the fastest ways, like, a lot of these levels are very flexible, and while some routes might not be the fastest, there's, like, different comfortable ways to go about most of these compared to, like, everybody's got their own style, and they've got their own way to go about things, and this game is generally pretty flexible on doing that. Like, encouraging and allowing you to be flexible, even beyond just standard speedrunning. Like, that part you're supposed to, just like as a light variant, like, you can weave through those little cracks with this, but the way they have it intended, at least for you as you're figuring things out, you're supposed to dash through those little windows because it's a lot safer and more, like, you can plan it out a bit better. You just need to... I really seem to like that corner. It's my favorite corner right now. There we go.
Nice.
So yeah, this chapter is, like, very much going to require, like, just to get through it efficiently, requires a lot of, like, good use of all the advanced movement that you learn as you play through the game. That's something I really like about the Celeste 2, is just by playing the game, they generally teach you all of the movement you need to learn. There's, like, one exception, which is, like, how to, like, scale walls infinitely. But generally otherwise, like, and that one's not too complicated to figure out on your own. But, like, for the most part, like, most of this game teaches you all of its mechanics inside of the engine, even including, like, the final campaign, which was just added, like, a little while ago, like, fairly recently, compared to... This is... I might have timed this already. Oh, we got it.
Great job. Also, I do want to add in that Slurpee decided that the $50 donation from Muniz is going to go towards the Doom 64 incentive for the Glitch Warp ending, which is currently sitting at $70 out of the $150 triggering goal for that incentive. So it's actually really close already.
Nice. So now we're just chasing. So that person that was chasing us a little bit ago, the turns have tabled as we are now chasing them. As you can tell by the giant purple tendrils, that is their hair. Big spooky hair. And we're just gonna kind of chase after their location, because we're gonna have another encounter with them. Before we get to the ending segment. One thing that's unfortunate about this route instead of the other is you don't get one of the cutest things. I mean, you don't get to see it anyways because it's a cutscene, but once everything's said and done, the two hug, and it's very cute, and I love it ever so much. We do not get to see Madeline and Madeline hug in this run because we skip cutscenes, but that is Kay, because we all know that it happens, and we can appreciate that it happens.
I think we could appreciate hugs as well.
Hugs are very good. S tier. Would recommend. Alright, so here's the other demo dash. And I just did that first try, so sometimes it goes first try, sometimes it takes a couple. Always feels nice when I do get through it. And I think, yeah, we're just about to hit, like, the roughest segment, so I might be a little more quiet as I try to get through this part. If you have anything you want to share, any cool things about Slurpathon or Extra Life?
Absolutely, honestly, I do. So with Extra Life, right? So getting involved with Extra Life is incredibly easy if you're looking towards running your own, charity stream of sorts, or if you just want to donate or support for such a special cause. You can just head over to extralife.org, right? And asking your friends and family to donate and pledging to play games in support of the Children's Miracle Network Hospital of your choice is absolutely outstanding thing to do. You can play games from the comfort of your own home. Some people actually run specific events. I mean, I've seen streams of individuals even just playing basketball outside in the front of their house and raising funding towards their specific Children's Miracle Network of choice.
That's adorable.
It's great. I mean, people, will stream, Dungeons and Dragons. Not only that, but different board games. I remember I saw like Settlers of Catan one year. But of course, this year, as every year since Slurpathon has been kicked off, we are here online again for this event. So it's just really, really great cause.
Yeah, I like this part. I like Slurpathon. I like being a part of this.
Well, we're very happy to have you here, and it's always really cool too, because it's like, I know you're very active on Twitch and you stream a bunch of different content. I know what Ninjala is like, definitely one of your favorite things that you stream as well.
I am very fixated on Ninjala, yes. It has some kind of similar movement, but like to this, but like in a 3D environment. And also you use like weapons made from bubble gum, so it's very different. But there's some similar things. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do something tricky. This part's really hard to do well, but it's again another really satisfying thing to do, especially when you do it on the first time or first try. Feels very nice. I very much like being able to do these things first try when I'm expecting at least 2 to 3, maybe a few more.
Yeah, super clean plays. Nice movement.
Yeah.
Let's go. The big zoomies in the morning.
Big zoomies.
Big zoomies in the morning.
I'll go fast. Big zoom. Oh, did that wrong. One more, I did that like not how I'm used to, and then my brain was just like, wait, where are we going? Do it that, but not like that, because Batty just shot me with like a laser. See, in this part you can see like there's a couple of different attacks that Battleline has here, like those rings, the laser, a lot of like it. All of the attacks are designed to like chase after you, so it can be. Oh. My favorite is not expecting to survive, and then you die because you didn't. But yeah, like, it's difficult to like track and like move along with, and like successfully maneuver around at times. But with practice, you figure out how to get it all to work. And at least for me, 7:30 is actually a pretty solid time.
Nice.
So I'll take it. This doesn't look like I'm going to be going on my own PB, but that's fine, because we're at the summit and we're almost done.
Let's go. Keep it up.
Yeah.
So just want to throw in there again that the incentive for the glitch warp ending for Zello's Doom 64 run is sitting at $70 out of 150 raise. If you're looking to want to reach that incentive, think about putting in a donation and dropping towards that incentive.
Yeah, how much time do we have until that?
So currently looking, I have a lot of tabs open. Give me a second.
Yeah, no rush. So while you're catching up on that stuff, so once you got through that last chapter, the hug does do something special. It makes Madeline strong, and when she is strong, she has pink hair, which allows her to do double boosts. It's very zoomy. It lets you do like the layouts of the maps are more difficult to compensate, but at the same time, like you can go silly fast, really easily, and you have like a lot more movement options. I'm sure a few people might have noticed right now, but generally in any percent, you don't go collecting strawberries, or you don't intentionally like go out of your way to collect them. So I'm sure a few people are curious as to what I'm up to here. We'll see at the end of the run. We'll see at the end of the run. But right now we've got, after those couple of chapters of Madeline being our enemy, they are now our friend, and they're helping us carry through some of these stages and overcome obstacles.
It's amazing.
Friendship. Friendship.
Yeah, it really resonates. Oh, and so the reason why I kind of waited out on providing that answer to the question, Mileve, was due to the fact because I didn't want to scuff up any more of Zello's Doom 64 incentive that I almost completely missed at the beginning of this morning. So that the glitched incentive will be at the end of Doom 64, so plenty of time to get those donations in.
Actually, yeah, why don't we put my money towards that? Just, let's quickly get that. Let's get our first, like, incentive up and done. Just so that we have, like, some good movement going in. Good zooms on, like, the incentives as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be really cool because I know Zello has been practicing their run for a while. It's very, very, very cool. And I think these two games opening up Slurpathon back to back, it's just a very unique experience for opening up a charity marathon.
Yeah. We are going through the summit. When we encountered Battleline the second time, they actually threw us all the way like to like below the first level. So what's kind of happening now is we're revisiting all of these levels and like quickly going over them with their help, and it is very good friendship. And yeah, because of them, like, it makes it a lot easier for Madeline just to, like, get through each challenge, where, like, before each one was, like, this, like, a whole segment on its own, like, its own chapter. In Summit, it's basically, yeah, they're just, like, little things that you can, they're little bite-sized challenges that you can just, like, easily get your way through in, like, a minute or two.
I like how you used the phrase bite-sized.
Bite-sized? The word bite is good. shout out to the word bite. It's good.
Shout outs.
Here. And we just kind of smoothly flow in that way. I still have a lot of figuring out for these like snowball rooms. I never remembered that I struggle with these snowball rooms until I come across them. I'm like, oh yeah, I still don't really know what I'm doing in them. Because there's like, again, like, you can actually, if you bounce off of the snowballs, you can actually utilize them for some like really cool momentum techniques. And just like, get through a lot of the segments just like at impeccably high speeds. And the best part is like it's consistent. Ooh, that is not consistent. But like, oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing things differently here than I usually do. That's why I was so confused on why I was moving so weird there. That's fine.
It's all good.
But yeah, like, what was I saying? I forgot. So we lost.
You were talking about the snowball room and like how basically the momentum of how you can utilize the snowball to kind of change movement.
Yeah. So like, you can actually bounce off the snowballs and it like adds to your momentum in a lot of ways, and it's really great because you can just like fly through those areas like immediately, and it is exceptionally satisfying when you can get it to work because Madeline just goes at like breakneck speeds. So I've come across a new challenge. I've actually realized that I've started to become too good at this game, where I'm starting to do like really tight, specific movements reliably, and I'm not used to being able to do them reliably or effectively. So it's like, I'll just catch myself off guard now by like doing certain things, and then I'll just like, what would actually make me go faster slows me down because I'm just not expecting to be able to do it. So that's probably something I'm going to be working on and figuring out as time progresses too, because it's like, yeah, there's like a lot of things that like once you get the timing down, you can go super fast. Like if you manage to like hop up on ledges, that actually allows you to like get a slight boost in momentum that you might not be able to get otherwise. And we are actually almost at the final segment here. Just gotta get through this. If there's any more things you want to add before we get through the last part.
Absolutely, I do. So we just received a $64.05 donation from Akimo Kumi saying glitch time, morning time, which definitely means that incentive has been met for the Doom 64 glitch warp ending. So Zelo will be showcasing that at the end of Doom 64.
Nice.
Thank you so much for the wonderful donation.
Alright, and we are now at base summit. Like, you'll notice we've got little checkpoint flags here. Indicating that, like, there's only 30 more steps to go before we are actually done with the rest of this run. It's actually pretty close. So we just need to quickly, like, just do that. Yes. Just a little bit of work and we will be out of here. The wind is blowing down on us. It is making it a lot harder to like climb upwards, but that's okay. Because we know what we are doing. Mostly.
Mostly.
Death. Wow, I keep like, okay. So let me do this better. There we go.
Nice. Oh, also want to throw out there real quick. So, in the bottom right hand of the screen, for the individuals watching, powered by RGL TV. Just want to drop a shout outs to Retro Gaming Live for allowing them to have us utilize their servers for running Slurpathon again for this year. So, Sparkover, thank you so much for reaching out to RGL staff and making this happen as well.
Much thanks. Much thanks. Big help from them. Very, very excited. So yeah, this part generally just like lots of changes in the winds. A lot of the, like, at least in terms of a standard playthrough, you'll come across some of your like most difficult challenges here. Things are definitely a lot tighter. And it can, especially for like a newer player, feel like everything is like very tight. But there's actually still a good chunk of wiggle room. You still have a lot of room to work with. Like I've seen some of like the fan-made things past this that are meant to be more difficult, and it's like frame perfect stuff, and it like boggles my mind. It would take me hours to get through any of those. But there's also some really cool fan-made stages and worlds that are like designed for like people who might have just gotten through this part and they want to play a little more Celeste, who aren't looking for like the greatest of challenges. And there's a lot of stuff for like that out there too that I've seen, or at least heard of.
Oh, also just noticing something real quick. So, there was a little bit of an overflow on the donation that just came in. So, the overflow went towards the bid war incentive for Benedictator's BioShock run, for saving or harvesting the little sister. So currently right now, the $9.05 went directly towards saving the little sister. So that bid war is open up and currently active. So make sure to check that out on incentives. Let's go.
We are now on the third stage. There's like very little of this run left. Just gotta get through, like, I think this is the last difficult part, and then we'll pretty much be done. And we got through it nice and clean. So we're at the end, pretty much. It's a good mountain climb. I'm just gonna run into another spike here just because I love spikes so much.
And everyone in chat's getting hyped for hitting the flags, by the way.
Yeah.
Really, very nice.
And, alright, yeah, we're here. We got the flag. The flag has been done.
Amazing.
And I believe we can hit the time. Oh, time. Clock.
GG.
Clock. We can keep going, it's fine. People know when I stopped. And so you might be, so to answer the question, why did I collect strawberries? We've actually collected 8 of them, specifically to celebrate Slurpathon 8.
Oh wow, look at that. That's amazing. That's hype.
Yay!
Very nice.
I was 30 seconds behind my personal best again. What the heck?
Very good job. GG.
Yay! But yeah, that is the Celeste run. I hope everybody has a great 8th Slurpathon and that much fun is had by all. I wish best of luck to all of the runners coming up. And I hope you have a fantastic day, Dot and viewers. And yes.
Cool. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Wonderful run, especially to open up Slurpathon 8. Thank you so much, Mileve. Really appreciate you. That's awesome with the 8 berries as well. I was not expecting that. I was wondering, I was like, okay, yeah, there's 8 berries, but really? Like, why? What's the case behind that?
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, so we're going to be rolling into Zello, who will be doing a run of Doom 64, the 2020 variant, the Watch Me Die Max category, and the incentive was met for the glitch portion. So please stick around. We're going to be going back to the setup screen and just be right back in a bit. So thank you, Mileve. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG's.
I don't want to stress out Zello any more than how stressed you're going to be throughout your run.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Like, I've already conformed to the fact that it's already after a 12-hour